Hello everybody, my name is Raqayeen, and today I am joined by the infamous Drakes, aka Limitsguy64. What do you have to say for yourself, Limitsguy64?
I don't agree with the infamous part, but hello, yes, that is me.
He made Limits, the visual novel, but today we're gonna read Conway to Cape Town in 1791. So, let us begin. So for some context, what is happening here is we're in a boat.
A boat or a ship?
Aren't they the same thing?
They're not the same. Boats are small. Ships are big.
We're in a ship. Enough context for you?
Workable.
The sound of a mug crashing against the wooden floor cuts your reply short. Cheering and laughter fill the empty silence between the two of you as the rest of the crew makes sure whoever dropped it won't forget about it until the next morning. You turn your attention back to your puzzling crewmate. Wolf, his head low, is balancing his coin against the floor, occasionally giving it a spin with his thumb. You ever thought I might just like ships? He leans back, resting his head against a wooden pillar. The thick fluff around his neck fans out in the dim light, leaving his jaw fully exposed. Or perhaps that I'd have to kill you if you found out. Okay, calm down.
Relax.
There's a smirk across his lips, whether it's a display of derision, sarcasm, or showing you a glimpse of his fangs as a threat, you can't tell.
You wouldn't. Not over on a ship.
Why so confident? All I need is a little push and a sad story about a greenhorn who couldn't keep his footing. Moonless nights on the ocean are dark. The deck is always slippery. I'm just saying. The smirk disappears from his lips. A ship's a dangerous place. You swallow, even though you haven't taken another bite since he started talking.
Gulp. I won't pray, then.
The smirk returns on his face, widening into a grin. Good. You're finally starting to get it. Silence falls between the two of you, the uproaring laughter and cheering of the crew, a distant background noise. You tackle another piece of the salmon, trying not to think about his implications too much. You realize you've eaten the last of your bread, too preoccupied with its taste to balance it out with the fish. You mop the sauce up with the salmon, trying not to waste any. You focus on the last piece of your meal, slowly trying to recapture the magic of those first few bites. You hear a coin spinning against the floor nearby. Seems like Wolf considers the matter closed as well. The salmon is still as good as it was 10 minutes earlier, though noticeably colder. You're fine with that. To your tongue, it's still astoundingly tasty. You wonder if Bandile would be able to teach you some of his cooking. The basics, at least. Not that you'd need it while on the ship, but it might prove useful one day, or just fun. Boy! You finally notice the shadow looming over the nook you're in. A familiar set of ears jutting out from a red bandana are inquisitively pointed at you. Samuel. Hey there, newbie. If that's how alert you're going to be while on watch, we're going to have a problem. You crane your neck back to look up at the maned wolf. Silhouetted against the lamps of the common area, you can barely make out his features from your dark corner.
Oh, I was just...
You found quite a cozy spot. And here I thought Julian was the one and only for you, Wolf. The sound of the spinning coin stops abruptly. Sure you folks don't want to join us then? Wolf, looking up at the maned wolf, still shows no sign of being interested in socializing. He returns to his coin, flipping it between his fingers. I'm fine with where I am. Samuel turns back towards you, his head tilted. You shrug in response.
This place works. It's nice and quiet. I felt I needed some space. It's been an eventful day. I Still have to get used to it all.
Samuel shows you a warm smile, his previous amusement just a hint in the back of his eyes. I hit my microphone. It's fine. I get it. I've been there, you know. Hard to believe, but I wasn't born on the high seas. Things can be tough when you're starting out. New job, whole new way of living. Whole lot of terms and rules to learn from scratch. Can't blame people for wanting a break. The main wolf's speech feels genuine, if practiced. He's showing you a side of himself that you feel has been shown to many a new sailor over the years. And a whole new group of people to deal with. Being stuck on a ship with a bunch of strangers. It takes a while to start thinking of the crew as family. Some sailors never manage to. But you still hold up in this thing with them. Us. Just have to make sure to try to get along with the rest. Small annoyances can erupt into something quite vicious if you're cooped up for weeks, if not months on end.
Thankfully, it's nothing like that. Yes, a tad exhausted.
That lizard's getting pretty close. Samuel crosses his arms over his chest, seemingly disappointed. You realize his speech might not have been directed exclusively at you. Wolf ignores him, focusing his attention back to the coin flipping between his fingers. I'm sure he'll get the hint eventually. Or at least someone will. Anyway, I'm not here to steal any more of your free time. I came to let you know that we've got the morning watch tomorrow.
Morning watch?
Yes, pretty simple as far as duties go. If you're already used to waking up before dawn, that is.
Is there the wolf the main interest? Or is there like an interest at all? Like what's...
That's who I chose to spend time with last time.
Oh, you get to choose.
Yeah.
Well, I want the wolf.
Meet literally the exact wording I use. I can't order you to make it an early night, but I also don't want your first assignment to start with an official reprimand. Or worse.
Got it.
No, keep it in mind. That's what I hope to hear. I'll leave you two to your quiet time then. The main wolf leaves with a quick wave of the hand, hopping his way back to the table he's shared with Julian and a few others you don't know. A few laughs and spirited chatter welcome his arrival. They seem to be having a much more lively evening than you over there, but you don't mind.
Morning watch, that's probably the quietest it gets on the ship. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it?
Good enough for me. The wolf flips his coin in the air expertly, but his hand isn't as deft at catching it. His eyes widen as it slips through his fingers, free from his grasp at last. The coin bounces off of the wooden floor with a series of tinkling sounds, starts rolling towards you, and comes to a final stop against one of your paw pads. Could be like a cliche romance moment.
Like, oh no, I dropped my books.
Yes, yeah. We give it back, our hands touch, you know, graze
There's
against each other.
electric in the air.
Yes. It's a glimmer on the floor of the dark corner, catching light from the lamps, lighting up the rest of the common area. It's also too far away for Wolf to get it without getting up, so you reach for it. Your fingers immediately notice something is off. You hold the coin close to your face. It's hard to make out details in the dim light of your nook, but it doesn't feel like any coin you've ever touched.
What is this?
You look at Wolf, who's been staring at you the entire time, waiting for you to return it. It's a coin. What's wrong with it? There's a small hole near the edge of the coin, a later addition as it's punched right through what looks like a letter. The coin is also very elaborate, sporting unfamiliar and hard to make out engravings.
I've never seen anything like it. It's not from anywhere in the region, is it?
No, it's not. It's a gift.
Oh, like a memento? Something to remind you of your friends while you're away?
Wolf shakes his head, then pushes himself up and leans towards you. His hand reaches for the coin, but you move it away from his reach.
I just want a better look. I'll give it back in a second, I promise.
The canine huffs audibly, but takes no other action. He sits back down, closer to you. It's from a friend. We haven't seen each other in a while. And we won't meet anytime soon. There's your story.
I'm sorry to hear. Sometimes people go on separate paths in life. That's just how it is.
Yeah. You wait for a few seconds, but your companion offers no further thought. You turn your attention back to the coin. Slowly, you start to piece shapes together through the darkness. One side of the coin is adorned with someone's head. You don't recognize him, nor his hairstyle or outfit, but he looks very royal. The other side features writing surrounding an elaborate crest, one that carries 3 flowers? Fleur de lis? What's the name?
It's from France, right?
Correct.
Sacre bleu. So is he France? French? Not friends of yours. Wait, is it a friend? Or is it... Wink? A lady waiting for you at some port on the continent?
Wolf groans. He doesn't acknowledge your questions, nor your joke. He just holds out his paw so you can put an end to them. Are we done here? Thought you a lot nicer back when you were quiet. You give in, placing the coin in the middle of his palm. The coin quickly vanishes into the pocket of his breeches. Take him off.
Heck, I guess we are... For now at least. Is it a problem? I mean, I just want to get to know you. You're Samuel, we should be trying to get along.
It's not a problem.
Well then...
Look. Listen, kid. This is just a job. That's all there is to it. I'm here to get up, do my work, get paid, go to bed. I'm not here to make friends.
But we're still going to be spending months together. The way you think about it sounds miserable. But I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. If you're just here for the job, then just do the damn job.
Wolf takes a few seconds in silence, just looking at you. He then leans forward, closer than you two have been so far, then stops. But it's all he does. He stares at you, thinking, holding back, fighting some instinct. Then he slowly pushes himself up off the floor and turns away, taking his empty plate with him. See you for the morning watch. You sit there and watch him head off, and hand his empty plate to the cook.
Strictly work then. Right, the plate.
You take care of the last few nibbles of salmon, which by now has entirely gone cold. It's still good, but it doesn't fill you with the same warmth it did at the start of the meal, and it's not hard to understand why. The warmth was the friends we made along the way. Or
That is the quote.
the friends that we didn't make along the way, apparently.
Are we even friends? I feel like he's tolerating us. Or maybe he's like Sundere.
What's the word? Acquaintances. We're acquaintances.
Not even friend zoned.
We're acquaintance zoned. You can feel your energy fading away with each bite. Or maybe it's the adrenaline dissipating now that Wolf is out of the picture. All the events of the day catch up with you at once, and with a yawn, you realize you're having a hard time staying awake. It's time to figure out where to sleep. Did we get an option? No. The rest of the night is short and hazy. You bring your plate back to Bandile, unable to gush about it with the amount of excitement his cooking deserves. You walk into Julian, literally, and mumble an apology. You won't be able to remember what he says in reply, but it must have been funny, for him at least. You finally manage to find Samuel, who's sitting at a completely different table with completely different people. His social energy seems infinite, you realize with barely a hint of jealousy. You won't remember how this conversation goes either. When you find yourself taking off your shirt in front of a hammock that you're reasonably sure is yours to sleep in, you must have done something great. The hammock does a good job catching the gentle sway of the ship as it glides over the calm waters. Finally, you can say that you achieved what you were gunning for. To finally have a ship to call your home. Aww. To be able to call yourself a sailor. Shortly after sleep greets you with a warm embrace. Tuesday, 7th June, 1791.
Day 2.
Day
Holy
2.
moly.
A voice enters your surroundings from a realm beyond, resonating through space itself. You're talking to someone you know, but not really, whose face is strangely blurry whenever you look. Hey! It gets harder and harder to focus on the person. Your feet starts to feel unsteady with the movement of the earth beneath you.
Really? That voice?
Hey! I guess.
Like the pixie from Zelda.
Hey!
Hey, listen!
Hey! Listen! Probably wolf. And I'm doing the highest pitch I can. Suddenly the familiarity of the voice returns to your mind, and it is sucked into the here and now. It's not unstable ground you feel, but the sway of your hammock. Samuel. Oh. Right, you remember that wonderful maned wolf. The ship's interior emerges around you. You turn in your hammock and find Samuel waiting for you to wake up. Okay.
Hello? What the?
Hello?
Is that? Can you...
Yes, that is.
I don't think you can
I cannot show that.
show
no.
that. just put like a smiley face, thumbs up over it. What?
What? Samuel? Hey.
I'm awake, but...
You can hardly believe your eyes, nor can you stop them from wandering. Down his shoulders, the curve of his back, tail, rear. I wanted to wake you up before the others, he suggests. Spend a little more time with you. I said, hey, wake up. The light enters this world from the edge of your vision. In that instant, the barrier between the two worlds in your mind is broken. The desired world of your dream vanishes. Oh, we were just dreaming. Okay. Replaced with yours, filled with nothing but the sight of a crudely woven hammock. You close your eyelids.
But why did we dream of Samuel? I want the wolf.
I mean, he's also a wolf, but a maned wolf.
Well, okay, but like the name wolf.
Okay. I like Samuel as well, to be honest. You close your eyelids forcefully, not to fall asleep again, but to fight the yawn that is sure to follow. Despite your best efforts, you yawn anyway. Good morning.
Yeah. Hey, Samuel. Is it time already?
The maned wolf leans against a structural pillar and watches you come to your senses in the hammock. It sure is. The 7th bell just rang, so we got about half an hour. I've also brought something to eat. It's nothing fancy, mind you. It's just my meat. Benda's not up this early, so leftovers it is. Slowly you get up in the hammock, careful not to bang your head on the beams above. Getting out of the hammock proves to be much easier than it was getting in, and you quickly find yourself with your paws firmly on the deck. You look tired. Didn't sleep well. You shake your head and take a piece of bread from the plate Samuel has brought.
It's fine. It's nothing. Just a slow start.
Samuel reaches down and breaks off a piece of bread for himself. I get you. I also haven't managed to wake up Wolf or Julian yet. Can you help with one of them?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Okay, options. Sure, I get Julian, or sure, I'll get Wolf. Which one do we choose?
Do we even have to consider?
No, we do not have to consider. Sure, I'll get
Let's
Wolf.
go.
Thanks. Take some food with you for him.
Sure, to bribe. Where is he sleeping again?
Just over there. One of them. As Samuel points you to the hammocks on the other side of the deck, you do as he suggests. Take up a piece of the bread and make your way over to it. In the end, it is no trouble to find him as you discover him to be in the process of getting up anyway. The deep black of his fur is one of a kind on this ship as far as you have seen.
Oh, you're awake.
Oh, you're finally awake! First his ears swivel to you before his head follows. Yes, what is it?
Nothing. I was told to wake you up, but it seems that it is not necessary.
Thankfully, then we can spend some time together.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I am a light sleeper. You pause in front of the hammock, unsure of what to do with yourself, until you remember the breakfast you are holding in your hand. You hold out the rather sad-looking ration for Wolf.
I do have your breakfast too.
The canine unties one side of the hammock and brings it over to stow it away for the day. I appreciate it. Give me a second here. Patiently, you continue to hold his breakfast while he is busy cleaning up his space. Perhaps you should have done the same. He pauses for a few seconds before he finishes strapping the hammock to the ship's hull. Slowly, he turns to face you and takes his breakfast from your paws. He squeezes the piece of bread and watches the already hardening piece give way under the pressure. Stale bread, my favorite.
Told you the messenger I didn't get anything else.
Don't worry, I had worse.
Also, just letting you know, probably another 15 minutes or so before the morning shift starts. And the next bell rings.
Got it, thanks. You can tell Samuel that I'm up. I assume he sent you.
I came here.
No, on my own. Just to check on you, you know.
Nudge, nudge, wink.
Well done, Samuel. You are all looking ready.
Posh.
I don't know what kind of accent that is. He's just very...
I think he looks British.
He's very...
He has that British jacket thingy.
Arthur stands in front of you with his hands behind his back. He slowly gives each of you a quick visual inspection from head to toe. Of course. Since I didn't start you 3 yesterday, this will be your first shift. To give you a little time to settle in and get acclimatized. Acclimatized.
Acclimatized.
You 3 will join Samuel in my labor board. Huh? You 3 will join Samuel in my larboard watch. We have 2 watches on this ship, so you'll follow the usual schedule of 4 hours on and 4 hours off. With the 2 dog watches from 1600 to 2000 for dinner time. The 3 of you nod briefly on each point. You've organized breakfast for them, I presume? Affirm, sir. Arthur nods in acknowledgement. We've had a quiet night. Course is steady for now, however, we may be required to tack with both watches at the end of the watch if the wind stays as it is. Oh, Julian. Who should be Julian? I gave him a higher voice, similar to Samuel, but like more jovial.
Let me... Fuck.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to make voices.
Should we be ready for that as well?
Naturally. You can pull a sheet, or am I mistaken? Julian needs a second before he manages to answer.
I can indeed, sir.
There you go. If you can do it in the same rhythm as the others, then there's nothing standing in between you and a successful career, my boy. My boy. With an exasperated sigh, he turns away from you and back to Samuel. That is all for now, though. Samuel? The maned wolf takes a step forward. Yes, sir. You did well integrating them so far. You're free to keep them occupied as you see fit until someone requests a helping hand. This is all for now. Samuel straightens up and raises his hand in a brief salute to Arthur. Understood. Arthur nods in return and leaves your group to its own devices. All right, you heard him. Not much excitement today, so we might as well get the annoying part out of the way while we can. It's swabbing, isn't it? Sure is. Nobody wants to do it while in port. Everyone's busy using their time on land and then unloading and loading the ship. Usually it's one of the first things we need to do after we leave. And as new guys, it shouldn't come as much of a surprise that you're the prime targets for it. And, well, by extension, me, I guess.
Sorry about that.
I'll gladly take some booze, if you want to make it up to me, of course.
Noted.
Samuel already prepares what you will need, with several holy stones and a few buckets of salt water at the ready. He hands them out to each of you as your group makes its way to the front of the ship as to get started. Not the worst thing to start the day with, Wolf says and tosses the piece of holy stone in the air as he walks up the steps of the forecastle. I'm still not feeling quite awake, so this is probably the extent of what I can deal with for now. With the first bucket being emptied, you begin your work. Your first real day. You are sure that it'll become a chore soon enough, but for now the sheer novelty of it makes it enjoyable. Simply spending time with the new people you've met. Each new slide of the holy stone pushes a small wave of the salt water in front of it, and the water quickly begins to soak into the fabric around your knees. At first you try to avoid it and squat down on your paws, but eventually you just give in when it becomes too uncomfortable a position to scrub in. Samuel goes for the next bucket of water, his body nothing but a silhouette in your view against the bright sunlight. He emptied it low to the deck and wets the next part of the deck for you, sending the water in a small wave across the wooden floor. Wolf finds himself right in the way of perhaps a too strong swing of the bucket. He tries to jump aside to avoid getting his breeches too drenched by it. You wouldn't exactly call his hop athletic, but he does successfully avoid the water, even if it does send him tumbling backwards right onto his backside. His fall is accompanied by a sound very unlike that made by a soft, fleshy creature when it hits the deck. Oh.
Damn, he's got a bakery.
And I'm trying to get the cakes, you know.
Right? I'm starving.
A light wooden pang as an object rolls across the soaked deck. It stops as it rolls against the scales of Julian's foot, finally giving you a proper view of it. A fife?
What is a fife?
Uh-huh. Council area of Scotland, UK. Small high-pitched transverse flute. He plays the flute, kinda. That's kinda gay.
God. Yeah. So maybe he is.
I mean, the genre we're in, like, come on.
Well, okay, but that's kind of ruins the theorizing, you know?
That's
maybe he's
also
bi,
true.
you don't know that. Maybe he's pan, maybe he's something.
Bye. A five. Simple looking initially, smoothly polished wood, but the ends of it wrapped in brass with a bit of detail on them.
Yours?
Julian looks over at the black wolf beside him, who reaches for the instrument. Yes.
You can play the instrument?
Yes. Well, a bit. Why is that?
That's kind of hard.
Yeah. Why is that hot? Why is that such a surprise? I didn't know it was forbidden to own an instrument. Julian leans in a little closer to have a look at the instrument.
No, it's not. I just didn't take you for the musically inclined type.
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't expect it either, Wolf.
Can you play something? Anything?
The wolf's expression immediately turns into easily the most terrified you've seen him. Oh, what? I'd rather not, to be honest.
I'll give you a kiss. Oh, come on. You can't just put it away without playing something for us.
No, don't put it away. Pull it out.
He's pulling his...
He's pulling his five out.
Just think of what a hard property you'd be on the ship if people knew you could play an instrument.
And what makes you think that is what I would want? Wolf opens the pocket of his breeches where the five fell out and puts it back inside. Not even something really brief? As I said, I only play a little. And certainly not in front of other people. Only a special someone.
Why did you bring it with you then? I don't think I'll have many opportunities to play without others hearing it around here.
Someone gave it to me, and I didn't want to leave it behind. I didn't bring it with the intention of playing it. However, she never had the chance to teach me. Oh, it's a she! All I've done so far is to try and learn on my own.
Ooh, do we want to like push him? No, I don't think he's the type who would appreciate that.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't like it.
Because he's not here to make friends, as he claimed.
Yeah, but he's here to make lovers.
Now that is a different question.
I don't know why I said plural, but yes. We're
Building
gonna...
like a harem.
Yeah, we're building a harem. Let's leave it. Or the other option is, come on, Wolf, just a little bit, but no.
If he's not up for it, then he's not up for it, guys.
Wolf nods respectfully back at you.
You said it was a gift?
Yes.
You do appear to get a lot of gifts. The coin, the flute, he is a popular man.
Obviously.
He's a puppifer.
Oh my god. That's the title of the episode. Popular Wolf 5. He grants you matter-of-factly.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Why is it so surprising?
It's just... And please don't take this the wrong way, but you just seem so closed off to everyone around. To become a sailor at your age for no other reason than money. Money which isn't that noteworthy enough on man in the first place. Yet clearly that's not all you care about. It just appears like it would make sense to choose this here for all things.
You motion broadly around you to include the others and the ship in your point. Wolf hesitates for a brief moment before he parts his lips to respond. Would this have been my first choice? No, it wouldn't have been. But it is what makes the most sense at the moment. I don't think you realize what a privileged position you are in. With your parents waving you goodbye on the shore as you leave them to do your thing, ready to catch you at any moment. His eyes hold onto yours until you are the one to look away. He's right though. Nothing against you, of course. You can't choose your position in life any more than anyone can.
No, I understand. I guess I get carried away sometimes. Probably because I'm lucky enough to where I was able to choose this as what I wanted to do. With the only reservation being that it might not live up to my fantasies.
Another accepting nod comes from the Black Wolf as he hunches over again to concentrate on his work. So my apologies, but for me this really is just a means to an end right now.
But would spending time with us really change that? You'd still get paid. You just have a better time doing it.
Am I not doing that right now? All it earns me is questions, as if I'm a book to be unraveled. I can very well appreciate quiet company. You know that by now. So the one thing that would actually make my time here better is if you'd all stop trying to rope me into things. I appreciate the thought, but I fear that now is not the time for it.
I'm not really sure I fully understand, but if that is what you want... But if you ever change your mind about it, wink.
Unlikely, but I will let you know if that should happen. And you will all get your badly played 30-second long 5 concert. After the shock earlier, you now get another first when you spot what can almost count as a smile on the black canine. Yet, just a moment later, he visibly tries to straighten his expression again. It's going to be a great 30 seconds, I'm sure. I never touched an instrument in my life, so anyone who can play anything appears like magic to me.
Never even touched one?
No, never. Have you?
Of course. The 5.2 actually, it's small enough to hide, which comes in handy.
What? Why would it come in handy?
I guess a weapon. I don't know.
A short stick? Sure.
Better than nothing. You've really never even touched one?
He tilts his head to the side as he asks once again. No, Julian. Do you know how expensive instruments are? Not everyone grows up like you. In fact, most don't. If your dad is as high-ranking as you made him sound. For many of us, we had to work to support the families we grew up in. I know I did, and James has mentioned his family's homestead. And it doesn't leave a lot of time for leisurely activities like instruments, not to mention finding someone to teach you in the first place. That's true. It does sound like you grew up in a pretty privileged environment. Okay, Wolf, with the social studies 101.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way.
Julian thinks quietly for a moment.
Why'd you have to hide them? Did you grow up in a house with unruly siblings? Always going after your things and howling with the utter disregard for it that only siblings can.
He snaps out of his contemplation and leans against a nearby railing.
No, it was my father. He didn't approve of such unmanly things as making music.
Boom, homosexual. Clock that.
Clock that. Got that on the cam. 4K.
Immediately you feel a pang of guilt for delving into the subject.
I always wanted to play the violin instead, but you can only stuff a violin into the hull of a tree trunk. A 5 is cheap enough that I was able to buy one with my own money, but without anyone noticing or asking about the money. And it's small enough to hide. Yeah, fair enough. Logic's there.
You must look a bit awkward as you try to find the right moment to speak up while Julian was talking.
I'm sorry. You had your own troubles, you sound like. It wasn't my intention to belittle them.
Julian returns the smile to you. Hmm?
I'm just dense.
Oh yeah, we are. I love it. We're just a himbo.
It's alright.
At least you managed to find a way to get round it.
Speaking of which, did you not play something, Julian? I suppose I could. I've always fine with it.
Oh, look at his ears drooping. He is not fine with it. You turn around to Wolf to hear what he thinks of it. You can tell from his expression that he doesn't seem all too sure about it.
Just for a minute. It's a flute, right?
It's a pipe.
Gotta touch the mouthpiece.
Indirect kiss. Oh my god.
Wait, let us try.
Yeah. Fine. He reaches into the pocket on the side of his trousers and takes out the instrument. Here, just be careful with it. Julian takes the offered fife and looks at it more closely. He turns it between his fingers to get a view of every angle.
Of course. It looks really nice. You've taken good care of it.
Wolf doesn't stop watching Julian for even a second, but some of the tension in his body appears to dissipate at the compliment. Of course.
It certainly looks a lot nicer than what I've got. They're simple instruments usually, so it's nice to see one with some detail.
He lets his claw run along one of the decorative lines stamped into the metal. Every now and then the tip of it catches the lines and is guided along them. Thank you. After a visual inspection, Julian raises the instrument to his mouth. He takes a breath and begins to blow over it gently. He tries 1 or 2 notes at first, just to get a feel for it, all under the watchful eyes of the 3 of us. When he seems comfortable enough, he begins to play in earnest, fingers dancing along the length of the instrument. The tone is rather shrill at first, but he adjusts his playing until he manages to soften it. Immediately, the lizard appears to become one with the music he plays, finding a rhythm, and soon, after a subtle sway goes through his whole body. You don't recognize the music he plays, but it was a more simple piece, something rather easy on the ear. Samuel catches your eyes and nods respectfully, apparently someone else who was quite impressed with some of the tricks Julian has hidden away. As promised, though, he stops again after playing a little while and hands the 5 back to Wolf. Not bad at all.
Thank you.
Aw, he's cute too. I would pet him.
Yeah, I agree. It sounded great.
Julian laughs, trying to play down just how much he appears to drink in the praise leveled at his playing.
Thank you. It's a silly marching song, but it's what you hear the most when you live in a fort. So I learned to play it after hearing it over and over again.
You are certainly ahead of what I am able to do with it.
Does that matter? The fact that you learn on all is what counts.
Julian says, probably finding the first non-confrontational words he ever said to Wolf. Aw, they're becoming closer.
You're bonding, especially if you have no one to teach you. Are you sure you don't want to play something?
Wolf still holds onto the instrument and must have been thinking about it for a moment, but decides to stash it away again. I'd rather not.
If you can play, Julian, couldn't you teach him?
Wolf's ears
Anxiety.
snap in your direction, and once again the anxiety from earlier returns across his features.
God, James. If he's never had some.
What? No.
I probably could. What? Why not? You're going to have a lot of time to fill, so why not fill it with this?
His eyebrows furrow, and he hesitates for a moment. I think you are overestimating how much I would enjoy spending time with him. Okay, Wolfie, you were just bonding.
Okay, but we trade together instead.
How will our harem be complete if you guys are at each other's throat? Or rather enduring time with him.
Really? I appreciate kind words for wanting to help.
I mean, have you actually stopped to listen to yourself when you're around him? Can't exactly blame Wolf for thinking that you'd be annoying as a teacher. Okay, Samuel, calm down. Back my boy off here, hello?
Just because I'm joking around every now and then doesn't mean I'm correctly serious when it's needed. You guys.
Bugger. Julian's tail slithers over the ground and curls around where he is sitting.
And teaching him would be such a time.
Yeah, but who's gonna believe it?
Fine. Fuck me, I guess. Nobody has to. I'm just making a genuine effort to help.
All I'm saying is that it's understandable why he might be hesitant to take you up on it. Wolf speaks up with a hint of exasperation to his words. Could you stop talking about me in the third person so that we can get this done here? Samuel already has an empty bucket ready to get more water from the sea.
That's probably for the best. I feel like I've made a mistake for even suggesting it. Yes, James.
Yes, James.
Silly baka.
You haven't. Slowly, Samuel drags the now filled bucket up along the side of the hull of the ship. Once it's back in his paws, he provides the rest of you with more water to soak the boards of the deck in. You feel the sting of salt water in your eye as a drop of it splashes up and hits you. You raise your head to rub your eye and continue your work of scrubbing the deck of the ship. As time goes on and you slowly make your way across the deck, you find yourself working close to Wolf and out of earshot of the others.
Really don't want to give him a chance.
It takes a while before Wolf answers, but you can see that he's clearly thinking about your question as he works. With an almost defeated sigh, he stops and sits down to answer. What are you trying to accomplish here?
You.
Yes. I want my own harem. I want my own harem. Alright, guys. How do I end my YouTube video. I have 2 hours of footage and 45 minutes of it I cut up. And then how do I end it?
You should, like, in the middle of a sentence, just end it.
Text, appears that's saying like 50k like for next episode.
No, don't karma farm.
Yeah.
You should
Very-
find a catchphrase. I don't know, stay Yeeny.
50k like for next episode. Stay Yeeny.